Legal Tips, brought to you by Durr Barristers.
You may have heard of the word peace bond. It's an often misunderstood word. In the United States, we hear of the word of bond, bail, bondsman. Peace bond has nothing to do with bail. You've heard of the word restraining order. We have that in civil law. Once again, that is not a term for criminal law. A peace bond is a very different animal, a very effective tool. A peace bond is a court order to protect one party against the other. The fundamental criteria is that there has to be fear present and ongoing. Someone can go to the courts and obtain a peace bond. It could be a neighbor against a disputing neighbor. It could be an employer against an employee. In my practice, I use a peace bond in a very specific way. If my client has been charged with a criminal domestic offense, depending on the circumstances, I may go to the Crown prosecutor and ask them to agree to a peace bond. There's a time frame. It cannot be any longer than 12 months. Sometimes we see it 6 or 9 months. Along with the time frame are also the conditions. We hear of geographic conditions. We know them as no-go, no contact, meaning no-go to someone's home, no-go to their employment. No contact may be absolutely no contact directly or indirectly, or it may be some sort of managed and modified contact. Perhaps email is permitted, perhaps texting is permitted. Perhaps they're going to be required to go for mandated treatment, whether that's drug and alcohol treatment, anger management treatment, or domestic violence treatment. So long as you have completed all the terms and conditions, the bond expires and it's at an end. There is no jeopardy of a criminal record, because there was no charge. If you do not complete the terms as required within the time frame, if you don't go to counseling, if you don't do it within the 9-month period of time, you can be charged with a criminal offense called breach of a peace bond. Now you're back in the legal process. Whether you're innocent or guilty, you're going to be going through the process yet again, and the jeopardy of being convicted of breach of a peace bond is a fine or jail, and of course a criminal record, which has employment and or travel consequences. I suggest you consult with a skilled, experienced criminal defense lawyer to discuss the options of a peace bond.
Legal Tips is brought to you by Durr Barristers. Knowledge, experience, trust.